How you doing there? And welcome to a very Indiana Halloween. Now, I know you probably don't recognize me, being that I'm in my costume. You know, I figured, hey, I'll switch jackets and, nobody will know it's me. I go out in public again. Because I don't know if you noticed, but you check the clicker there. I got a lot of fucking views. I mean, you guys are just, sometimes you can't even watch it because there's too many people trying to get in. I think I got 5 last week. I was like, oh, holy Jesus. Guys, don't watch too many, you know? Jesus, I know I'm, unbelievable. But, so down there. Sorry, I'm hitting a bottle again. But anyway, what we got here is all the movies I purchased this month. Everything that, I could get my hands on so I could scare the shit out of myself and possibly scare some of you. Now, I only got one VHS this week. Just want to get that out of the way. Don't want anybody to be disappointed, but unfortunately, they're hard to come by. They're a little bit. All right, here we go. First up, we got Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. And you better believe it's a fucking curse. This movie blows. I can't say enough about bad things about this fucking piece of garbage. And I'll tell you what, watching this movie, you seeing how Paul Rudd acts in it? Questionable. Just throwing it out there. Alright, next up we got Johnny Drama himself in 1988's The Blob. Even as corny as the original was, I still prefer it. Sometimes it's about what you don't see, for instance, some broads, they look better in their clothes than they do out of them. It's like a fucking disguise. It's false advertising. Anyway, next up we got the cult classic Return of the Living Dead. It's a little bit of a different take from Romero's zombie movie, but still just as good. A real scream for chiller fans. Alright, next up we got An American Werewolf in London, and it's just a pleasant film. And, it's just it's dynamite. It's crazily good. Good fucking movie. Alright, next up, we got My Bloody Valentine, and this is the original, not the fucking remake. We don't promote too many remakes around here, okay? Anyway, it's My Bloody Valentine. They called it creepy and stylish, and it definitely is. It's the beginning and the rise of the slasher. Alright, the next movie I got, it's a wonderful movie from my childhood, and it's The Witches. And I definitely recommend, you check this one out. It's a good film. Alright, next up we got Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Now I got it on Blu-ray because it actually ended up being cheaper than the DVD, but it looks great. And we're going to follow that up with Romero's Day of the Dead. And it's, again, we get another solid film. Not as good as the first two, but definitely interesting. It was good to see. A lot more gore in this one. But definitely recommend checking it out. It's definitely a classic. Next, we got Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And it's in Blu-ray, and it looks fucking fantastic. And it's got all kinds of features on it. And, it's Psycho. It's fucking good. We don't get to say that too often around here. But we got a couple good ones in here. Okay, next up, we got the 1931 classic starring Bela Lugosi in Dracula. And this is an interesting DVD because it also comes with the Spanish version of Dracula, which, if you follow the Monster Madness series at all, you'll find out that it's actually a superior film. And that's just unbelievable. Okay, now let's talk about Roger Corman for a little bit, who's, the king of the B-movie, and this is his film, A Bucket of Blood, and it's a cult movie, it's good, it's funny, it's stupid, it's just, it's everything you want a good piece of shit to be. And next we got Roger Corman's Piranha, the original, not the remake, although the remake was somewhat enjoyable. But yeah, Piranha, it's kind of a spoof on Jaws, and I definitely recommend, you check this out. It's pretty cool. Alright. Next up, we got the Scream Queen herself, Jamie Lee Curtis, in Prom Night. Now, I hadn't seen this for some years, and there's a great little disco scene in there that if, you like disco, I love to Jeopardy, baby. Yeah, if you like disco, definitely recommend you give it a nice little shot there. Now, I got this one actually today, and it's Prom Night 3 and 4 on the same disc, and it cost me $3.99. That right there tells me that the movie sucks. However, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a try. I've seen some pieces of shit in my time, so I'm sure this isn't going to be any worse than any of those. Alright, next up we got a supposed cult classics, and it's a dual DVD. It's got a double feature on it, and it's How to Make a Monster, and the other movie is The Blood of Dracula, and they both suck. Very much. For some reason in The Blood of Dracula they felt the need to break into song. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that right there just killed any possibility of me being frightened. What are they doing here? Alright, the next movie we got up is Troll 2, and it's the best, worst movie ever made. I got it on Blu-ray, and, it's pretty good. It's Troll 2. It's, it's like the Toxic Avenger. It's fucking awesome. Alright, next up I got for $5, Lake Placid. And, I always somewhat like this film, even though it's pretty fucking stupid. It's kind of funny. Lone Star, when he talks, is just so fucking amazing, Alright, the next movie we got is Joyride, and starring the guy from The Wonders and the guy from the car movie. Yeah, the one that goes fast. He always looks so furious in it. Anyway, and it's a cool DVD because it comes with a 29-minute alternate ending, and definitely recommend checking it out. Next movie stars Leif Garrett and Betsy Russell, also from Private School for Girls, in Cheerleader Camp. And this is a real piece of shit. But you know what? If you want to see Leif Garrett rap, definitely recommend checking it out. It's something you should definitely see. I first saw it on USA Up All Night right around this time, probably 15 years ago. And it was fucking awesome. Alright, the next movie I got is Fright Night, and I do have it on tape, but I didn't have it on DVD, and I thought it'd be nice because it came with the trailer, so I picked it up, only $5, and it's fucking awesome. Okay, and the next movie we got is the third installment of the Lost Boys series, Lost Boys: The Thirst. The Frog Brothers are back. Well, let me talk about this film for a little bit. The Frog Brothers are back. The movie is better than the second movie. But somehow they still drop the fucking ball. I don't understand it. Why they fuck me with this movie? It's like, it's better than the second one. It is. But it's just fucking Christ. It's not that hard to write a sequel to The Lost Boys. It's really not. Fuck, Anyway, and the last film I got is the only VHS I got, so I figured I'd save it for last. And it's House 4. Now, if you're familiar with the House series, this is the final installment, and it's also the return of Roger Cobb, even though it strays from the original storyline. Way better than the third movie, not as fun as the second movie, and not as scary as the first movie. But, you know how this fucking goes, you get to the fourth movie, it's all shit. It's all downhill from there. But, anyway. What the fuck was that? What do we got going on here?